Control or growth. Part 1. Can you keep control whilst being able to grow the company quickly? Watching Shark Tank on Kwese as well as other shows like The Profit, you should by now understand one of the big dilemmas of an entrepreneur who has made the decision to look for investors. To get money from an investor, you have to sell them shares in your business. They will also want a say in the running of the business. They might even insist on taking full control. So what are you going to do, my friend? Sometimes if you don't take the money, your business will be unable to grow and might even collapse. At the same time, it means you could lose control of your baby. Oh my baby, oh my baby, I hear you crying desperately. Let me assure you now, I have been through it, and so has Aliko Dangote, even if he has not told me himself. I just know that all entrepreneurs face this dilemma. The business wants the money. You want control. Who wins? You or the business? Or both? Is that possible? If you are not ready for the senior class, we will excuse you for a few weeks because this is where the rubber hits the road. Oh boy, who wins? If you don't take the money, the business may never grow. If you do take the money, the business could grow to become a giant. Or your investors could kick you out and take over. All this has happened to me before. I have taken money sometimes and grown the business, or I did not take the money, fallen short and been kicked out, or I have found other ways around it. Boy, it has all happened to me, so where do we start? Are you ready for some of my stories on this long, exciting journey we call Entrepreneurship 2.0? I am ready to hear some of yours. In any given moment, you have two options: to step forward into growth or step back into safety, said the famous psychologist Abraham Maslow several decades ago. There is another option too: step nowhere and get nowhere. Let's see what you are made of. The Apostle Paul once said, "As far as I am concerned, there is nothing stopping you from doing what you want to do. But the question you must ask yourself always is whether it is profitable." My paraphrase: if you want to spend every day watching sport, there is no one stopping you, but you could also choose to spend the same time watching Kwese and learning how to start and build a successful business. It just boils down to your idea of what is profitable, and the choice is entirely yours. Next year, there is something I want you to do for yourself. Yes, I want you to take some money and buy shares in a business on your country's stock exchange. I'm not talking of a lot of money, $20 to $100 or minimum allowed in your country's exchange. For this particular exercise, don't do more. I'm not interested in you buying shares in one of my businesses. In fact, I prefer that you don't do that. With regards this exercise, do it before the end of February. If your country does not have a stock exchange, find a way to buy some shares somewhere. If you live in America or India or Australia, buy shares there. You can even buy them together with a friend or a family member who is interested in entrepreneurship. Do not sell them until the end of the next year. I do want you to report regularly how your shares are doing. I might even ask you about your share portfolio if I bump into you somewhere next year. So please don't disappoint me. I'm not going to say why today, or even before the end of the next year. Just to do it. Call it a senior class exam for the end of the year and the results to come the end of the next year. As an entrepreneur, there are at least 10 reasons I can think of on why you should attend a course like the one run by Stanford if you ever get an opportunity. I will not bother with all 10, but I will just give you one: access to capital and both banks and investors. Do you understand why? Please comment, but spend time thinking about it first. Now, if that is not an incentive for you, I don't know what is. As a young entrepreneur, I would have sold my car to be able to finance such a course. As you can see from the answers, it is clear the richest and the most powerful business leaders in the world do not own 51% of their businesses. I want you to think very hard about this, very hard. Big businesses require big capital, and big capital sits with equity investors, not banks, who must have shares. Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos, now the richest guy in the world, did not finance their businesses with bank loans, and that's why they got so big. There is no other way.